Pisces gang, Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to read your tarot cards today. As always, guys, these are general messages, so not everything I say will resonate with every single Pisces out there. So do keep that in mind. Come in with an open heart, an open mind, and please release whatever does not serve you or resonate. Assume it's going out to someone else who needs to hear it, okay? You're responsible for all your decisions and actions, so other than that, let's have some fun. Ace of Cups. All right, Pisces like, yeah, we're down. Let's have some fun. All right, so you're thinking of leaving home, or if it's not leaving home, it's leaving a job or expanding out of your current zone, out of your current comfort zone, out of your territory. Some of you may acquire a job that requires you to travel quite a bit. Or it could be that you're taking some sort of risk and moving towards love. It could be that you have eyes for someone and you're kind of making your intentions known. Or you're just going to chase something that you're very passionate about. You see a lot of value in it. And most importantly, it calls out to your heart. I'm sort of getting it makes your heart flutter when you think about it. I think there's something about this opportunity. It's beautiful and it feels like you are being divinely called towards it. I think there's a part of you, it scares you a little bit. It intimidates you. And I think in a sense, I'm very much okay with that, right? Because I think this is about understanding that you've grown tremendously as a person from where you were, 3 months ago, 3 years ago, whatever it is. And so it took you a while to come to terms with the fact that you're ready to do this. But after a little bit of contemplation, decisions, what action will I take forward? You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like you seem very excited. And this is a card of Cancer, so especially for my Pisces who have strong Cancer in their chart. The Chariot represents a card of victory. So no matter what the outcome of this thing is, chasing this person, chasing this passion, whatever it is, it's already a victory. That's what universe is saying to me. It's already a win that you've decided to try it. Because, worst case scenario, it doesn't work out. And at least you know now, right? And it's not to say it won't work out. I mean, you have a card of victory in the Ace of Cups. So maybe something very good will come of this, right? We'll talk more about that. This is about channeling your more masculine side, your more masculine energy, whether you yourself are male or female. That's what those two dark and like sphinxes represent in this tarot card. In theory, the charioteer, right, to get that vehicle to move forward, whatever it is. It's a little moped in this one. Those two energies need to work hand in hand. You can't neglect one or the other. They both serve you ultimately as a person, but it's about making them work together, not letting the shadow side, the fear, outweigh the positive, the opportunistic, the high vibrational kind of way of thinking, right? And the shadow side does help us, sometimes. It's not to say it's for nothing. It really does. Let's see. What else can I tell you? I guess let's talk about this Ace of Cups. This looks cute. Something about this always reminds me of like a baby shower. I think it's just the colors. So I don't know, maybe someone's expanding their family. Maybe you're kind of going down that road, so to say, of family planning, starting a family for some of you, especially with your Aries. Let's see, what's going on here? Tell me about this opportunity for Pisces. What are we allowed to know at this time about this Ace of Cups? The thing is, I want to be clear, there's very much an energy here of you're chasing it. You're going to get this. This is not something that is just handed to you, on your doorstep as you sit on the couch and Netflix, right? And I mean, you guys know that, but I just want to reinforce there. I do really think this has to do with forward action, but for some of you, it's physical travel. For some of you, King of Cups, Pisces, hell yeah. For some of you, if this is love, it's like this person has been waiting. This person's been waiting for you until you were ready. So if that's the case, I'm almost, well, obviously, if they've been waiting, they know who you are, and you very likely know who they are, right? Even the color of these cups, if we're to look at them, this may have been an offer someone made to you earlier, and at the time, it's funny, this is actually really similar to the Cancer reading. I wonder if they're connected at all. If you have Cancer in your chart, maybe check that out. They may have made an offer to you at one point, and at that point, for whatever reason, circumstantial, you weren't able to take it or accept it, or you weren't sure you were ready for it, or you weren't sure that was your person or your job. I think the offer still stands. I'm sure there has to be some sort of conversation to open the door up to this, but yeah, I just get the idea that this person may have had to settle for something else, but they always kind of kept you in the back of their mind, thinking maybe something about it could come around again. And I don't know, I think it just might. And just to be clear, this doesn't have to be someone from the past or an opportunity from the past. It can be brand new, but for some of you, especially if this is romantic, especially if it's regarding another water sign too, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, you may decide to go back to someone, or if you never dated or were romantically linked, you may start to consider someone who you had originally declined an offer from. Interesting. And this may be especially for my same-sex couples as well. So you have two queens over on this side. So you have the Queen of Swords. I'm sorry, the King of Swords. I always do that in this deck because they're female. Bad on me. I have to look at the bottom. So King of Swords. I apologize. So you have two kings. And then you have Queen of Pentacles. All right. So a little possibly earth or air energy, especially Capricorn or Aquarius for me as a reader. Let's see. What's the deal? Did you have to decide between people? Gosh, you know, the water signs, all three of you guys have very similar readings. Really, they all kind of represented this theme of choosing and pursuing an option and then realizing maybe I'm happier going the other way. And again, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's all the more powerful that you can, try things and not feel like, oh, I'm a failure because it didn't work out. Really, it's just the opposite. It's that empowered feeling like, I'm going to be curious. I'm going to go out there and discover and see what's there for me. And if it's not what I expected and it's not something I really desire, okay, I'm cool with it. Like, what else we got? Like, there's this very optimistic spirit, but almost like fool energy. Just like, the world is my oyster is how I would describe this. And that's funny because he's literally like sitting in a shell, right? Do you see that? That's very cute. So let's see. Some of you may have been, if this is romantic or, whatever, friendships, I suppose, dating, you may have tried to pursue something with someone else. And again, it was just that realization, as much as I value this person, we don't think alike, or we're too different, or there's something where we just don't see eye to eye, especially on like the mental plane, your values, your ethics, your way of being. I think this feels like it's safer as a friendship, but it wasn't necessarily like romantically compatible, especially with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I don't think anything is lost here. I actually very much get the vibe that this is a mature relationship where you guys at minimum will salvage friendship out of it. But again, I sense that you're going towards this because that's where the offer is. And I want to say for a lot of you, that's where the initial offer is, but maybe at the time that this offer was made, maybe you weren't able to take it because you had something else going on, right? And I mean, again, if it's meant to be yours, you truly will never have to chase it. Opportunities will, essentially allow themselves, or I shouldn't say that. Situations will work themselves out that allow you to go after what you feel is meant to be yours and what it is that you desire in this life. You don't have to settle. You don't ever have to settle, Pisces. Yeah. I have a lot of people, so I'm not getting too many messages off of this. Let's switch up the decks. Let's try this deck. Tell me a little bit more about this opportunity, I guess. Excuse me. There may have been an ending of a relationship that you were not a part of that allowed this person the freedom to now make offers to you. Or vice versa. Yeah, there's three people here, and essentially, and I don't mean to read for gender, but just kind of so you know what I'm sort of seeing. It's like there's two dudes and then the female who's kind of flip-flopping from one to the other. I don't get third party at all. I think there are choices. I think there are decisions, but it seems like you're making a new decision with a lot of confidence. And again, it can be any gender. This can be same-sex couples as well. Yeah, an offer comes in because essentially there is an ending of another relationship, but it's not a tower. It's not a tragedy. It's this has run its course, and there's like a mutual decision of, let's try things apart. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting like, this is like a match made in heaven. This is cozy. This is cute. You guys work together. So I'm hearing symbiotic, like a symbiotic relationship. There's chemistry here. Somebody may literally be a chemist or work in a field of science. One or both of you is very spiritual. Some of you may have just recently, I don't know, I'm wanting to say been involved in meditation, but more specifically felt like you finally reached some sort of milestone in your, specifically meditation is what I'm hearing, but in your spiritual development, you may feel like you've reached some sort of, spiritual awakening, or however you want to say it. It's like you've reached a milestone and it's open you. I'm hearing heart chakra. It's opened up your heart chakra to be able to receive, great love, or, an abundance of love, or something that you weren't necessarily able to accept before or able to see before, or I don't know, something about you. You've changed what it is that you value. There's been a reassessment on who's in your life or what's in your life and what it is that you want in the future. And you're going after it. Look at you. You're like, no one's stopping you. This makes me think of the song The Leader of the Pack. Do you guys know that song from, like, I think it's of the 60s, the Shangri-Las? The leader of the pack. You're leading the pack. You're no longer the follower, right? You're the leader. Though some of you are going to have, as I said, that you're going to have an increase of followers. So if you're on social media, or if you're doing something in a public forum, there's going to be an increase or a flow of clients. That's what this could be as well, too. If you're looking for business or money opportunities, somebody wanting to utilize your services, somebody wanting to pay you for your skill, for your craft, for your whatever it is that you do. And it's a good match. Two of Pentacles. Tell me a little more. Yeah, I think this is something you have been contemplating and meditating on for a long time. And again, there's that Fool card. That's exactly what I was sensing with this. How I say it's like this. There's like a buoyancy. There's like an optimism. What is it I said before? It was like hope springs eternal, or the world is your oyster. That's what I get. So it just took a little bit of contemplation and meditation for a lot of you. If you're struggling or grappling with any major decision, meditate on it, because this card is like epiphanies are coming. Or if we don't even have to call it epiphanies, but answers, realizations are coming, awakenings are coming, where it's that thing that teeters off the edge. It's that thing that actually gets you to move forward rather than just thinking about it and planning it. I think there's a lot of organization that goes into it, and the idea of needing to get yourself comfortable with the idea of something. Some of you may end up getting a new pet, like a new dog or cat or whatever. Yeah, there's finally movement. 8 of Wands. So these messages are actually quite repetitive. I'm not getting a lot of new hits, but I'm getting things that are confirming things I've already said. So that's great. And yeah, take it a step at a time. It's sometimes very overwhelming and intimidating to know you have to do all these things to accomplish this new thing, whatever, to move houses. You got to call the movers. You got to get the boxes. You got to do that, right? Take it a step at a time. It's saying take it piece by piece. If you take on too much, you may get overwhelmed, and that could actually cause more stagnancy and delay. Because, I don't know, something about too much, taking on too much, undertaking too many responsibilities. Universe is saying break it down into pieces. Take it a piece at a time so you don't burn yourself out. 8 of Wands is like swift, rapid action, but when you go to like really chill and zen to that's it, I'm going to do everything all at once. Yeah, that makes sense. You're going to exhaust yourself. So make sure that your mental health is of the utmost importance right now. Make sure you're tending to your physical, mental health, emotional health. So yeah, some of you are going on like a spiritual retreat or a vacation that just by nature, what it offers you is an ability to hit reset. And you may meet someone in your travels if you're single and looking to network with business. Yeah, I'm literally seeing someone giving business cards. So especially with the King of Cups and then literally the Ace of Cups, I'm like networking at bars, or if you're sitting next to a stranger at a coffee shop and I know that can sound kind of awkward, but you'd be surprised. Sometimes those situations just kind of arise randomly. That's for a reason, don't shy away from those meeting new people. It's almost like you're going to catch a good one in your net, right? Someone who you connect with, and again, you may work together for many years to come. You guys get this reading a lot, I feel. This sounds very familiar to me. Temperance. So this message has come up a lot for not just the water signs, but even last week, I think I got it in Aquarius and Gemini's reading. It does seem like someone, and this may be an entirely different storyline, but there is some sort of offer that comes to you, and it might even be with your career, where you contemplate it a lot. There's a lot of like, I move forward and then I completely stop, because then it's like you engage in some sort of scenario where now there's all these new options and all these new decisions. So then you make one option, but then it's like a domino effect of when you make one major decision, the outcome or whatever results in more. And I don't know, I see the potential of you getting sort of overwhelmed, but really I think more than anything, it's second guessing yourself. It's questioning yourself, so you don't need to do that. Again, with these two cards showing up, and this may be you too, whether you're male or female. King of Cups, a very strong water vibe, right? It's saying trust your intuition. The universe is looking out for you. And if doors are starting to open, rather than running scared from them, trust that maybe you are supposed to open them. That's the thing. I think we get so caught up in fighting to accomplish things when it's like it's always about the struggle. It's like no matter what we do, it's like we're the hamster on the wheel trying to get ahead. And what we don't realize is sometimes those obstacles are the universe's gentle way of saying, not right now. Like, don't focus on this one. Try the other one. So it seems like you have a lot of doors opening at once, or again, like one after the other. Big decisions lead to bigger decisions and bigger decisions. And I don't see that stopping. I feel like there's a lot of progress. There's a lot of movement, especially if things have been very stagnant for the last several months. It's like they start to pick up, and maybe you got a little bit too comfortable in just, the in-between time. And I get it. That's fine. I mean, that's so symbolic of the season we're in too, right? It's Aries energy. Everything is blooming again, right? Winter is death, when everything dies off and it's kind of slow and stagnant. Quite literally, nature stops growing. Well, depending on where you are, of course. But then it's spring now, right? There's a renewal, there's a revival, and this is like a revival in your life, possibly in your love life, possibly in your career life. I just keep wanting to say doors open, so don't question them. If it feels right and it feels relatively safe, right? I don't mean physical harm, but almost like, again, that the world is your oyster. What's the worst that could happen? You try something and you don't like it. You try a job and you discover, oh, maybe I'm going to put more resumes out, right? It's like you really have nothing to lose here. The only person stopping you is you, because you second guess yourself a lot. And I think universe's major message to you here is stop doing that. Trust your intuition. And if I'm opening doors for you and it's like, yeah, walk right through. Again, if your intuition isn't like something's weird about this, something's false, why the hell wouldn't you walk through the door, right? I feel like more often than not, there's tarot readings of, obstacles, the walls are up, like this isn't working, and there's a reason why, and universe's, divine protection. This is the opposite. This is like boom, boom, boom. Things are falling into place. And again, don't let it overwhelm you. Be excited for all this change. I think that's the major message here. And if it isn't your message yet, be patient, with Temperance coming up. I do think this is the blending of opposites too. So be open to changing your game plan as new blessings come along and surprise you. This isn't negative things, but there's just something about the opposite of what you anticipated or expected it. Rather than, again, being kind of like, oh, well, that's not what I thought it was going to be. It's like, work with it, utilize that. Be like, oh, okay, so that's what that is. Now, like, whatever that scenario is, it's being open and flexible to it and utilizing it to your benefit, to your advantage, especially networking among coworkers or in some certain field. Even if you get a job and it is a little bit lackluster or underwhelming, there's some reason why the universe brought you to that space, because there's something you can gain from it, right? Whether it's experience, whether it's a good recommendation, maybe it's a new best friend, right? It could be something like that. But yeah, trust if the doors are open and it's just like, it's almost like, is this too good to be true? Can I walk through this door? Like, is this a thing? Because like, I'm just getting this mentality of nothing ever comes easy to me. So why should this? Because you've earned it, because you've deserved it. Clearly, you've done the work. I mean, you're showing up with these heavy court cards, so you've done something right. So I don't have to tell you anymore. Accept this blessing. It seems like it's meant for you. It seems like it's divinely guided. In terms of major arcana, I have definitely Aquarius. I have Aquarius twice. I definitely have Sagittarius. I have Cancer. And then court cards, again, court cards can really be any sign, but someone who maybe has a lot of water in their chart, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I mean, to be honest, you kind of have it all. I shouldn't have included the court cards, and then this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So where's the fire? I think that's always important when you have court cards of all the elements and one is missing, or all the aces. I always look at, okay, so do you know that expression, where's the fire? Like, hey, where's that guy headed? Hey, where's the fire, right? I think it has to do with, so where's the action? You have all these decisions to make, and the thing is, I think you have to make them, but there's that little bit of, I just keep getting this metaphor if it's one after the other. With the Eight of Wands, it's like you make one decision and then immediately you have no choice. You got to make another. So you get in the habit of making decisions and not second guessing yourself. You are setting yourself up for success. This is a new beginning and it's going to be a beautiful one. Temperance is like the angel. The angels are guiding this. It's divinely guided. It's very divine. It's meant to be. It's your destiny. Destiny is the word I was looking for. In fact, that may be someone's name watching. Destiny. All right, Pisces, that's what I got for you. Pretty cool reading. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like the video, guys. Like it. Click the like button. That really does help my channel, my analytics. Other than that, thank you for showing up to my channel, and I will see you next Monday for more tarot. Bye, Pisces.